Understandably so. I am so excited to show you guys the improved Viking longboat version on Hilfort. I've been working on this for quite some time, and I think I've perfected it to a certain degree. Now, you may have noticed that we are starting this from Dark Age, and the reason we're starting this from Dark Age is because something really special happens. Something that has never happened to me before in Age of Empires DE. Doink. And can we get this other one closer? Yes, we can. Double dear Lord. This is the first time in my life that I have double dear Lord in DE. I was so excited. I was cheering. I was chanting. And Rockstar goes, "What are you chanting about?" And I'm like, "I double dear Lord." We're talking on Discord. We're having a great time. We're having a blast. I'm just ecstatic at this point. I cannot contain myself. And Rockstar, he always has to trash talk me a little bit. He goes, "Your wife must be so proud." And you know what? I think my wife is proud that I double dear Lord. I think my parents are finally proud of me. I think the whole world is finally proud of me that I have successfully double dear Lord. I think I am going to post the thumbnail of this video on my fridge. I think I deserve a cookie. And you know what? I'm going to give myself a high five. Let's quickly look at all of the players and go from there. Poop Lord in the orange playing as the Vikings. We have Rockstar playing as Slavs. He told me he was going to go for Knights in this game. In the yellow, we have CR717 playing as the Franks. He's also going to be going for Knights. And to add some archery to our overall composition, Shargun99 is playing as the Tatars, and he is going to be going for Cav Archers. Talking about Tatars, in the blue, we have Leafy, not the brother of Fifi. Sorry, Leafy, I was confused for a second. Thank you for clearing that up. I thought you were the brother of Fifi. But Leafy is playing as Tatars as well. You're so proud. I am so proud of myself, Rockstar. Frank, in the green, is playing as the Persians? Why not as the Franks, Frank? That doesn't make sense to me. You know what, Frank? You live your life. Don't give in to preconceptions of what you should be playing. Saro, Spanish. No, he's not Spanish speaking. He's playing as the Spanish, although he also could be Spanish speaking. In the teal, playing as the Spanish. Looking forward to some Conky Boy action. In the gray, we have War, Lucy, playing as the Mayans. We'll get back to Lucy a little bit later on because something awkward happened in the last game that Lucy and I played. But we'll get to there when we get there. Now, Rockstar, he's a little jerk. I do want to talk about what is different about the Viking strategy, but look at what this guy does. He comes in with his scout. He takes all of my sheep, and I want to lord that boar. What is this? Rockstar, come on, man. What are you doing? And I get my sheep back, so it's not that big of a deal. And thankfully, I built this mill over here, so it's not a very long distance either. But it's the principle, man. It's the principle of the matter. Now, we are going to speed this up just so that we can get to the action a little bit faster on. Rockstar's laughing. Ha 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 ha. So funny, Rockstar. Oh, you got me so good with that boar. I will say, I think it's quite awkward to get to Castle Age on Hilfort. You definitely need to construct some farms. Having that additional deer, so you can have 3 deer spawn or 4 deer spawn, is awkward. I do feel like I have a pretty good build order down to get to Castle Age as quickly as possible. The idea of the Viking longboats is simple. You drop 2 docks in your opponent's moat, and then you construct a whole bunch of longboats. You will then use those longboats to break your opponent's gates, thus allowing your team to get into their main base, into their main eco, and do a whole bunch of damage. And poor CR717 has messed up his build order, and this game, man, it's a hard name. CR717 is going to YouTube. There we go. Let's get it. And let's see who is the first to Castle Age, because that's what really matters on Hillfort, is who is the first to castle. Now, also what you can do is you can actually sell a little bit of stone in order to get up, but then you're going to have problems constructing additional TCs, so it is going to bite you in the butt later on. And I felt like, you know what, this is probably good to go up like this. And Gray, wait, what? Oh no, ITC dropped Gray in the last game and he probably wants revenge on me? You know what, Gray? You're gonna have to deal with my longboats. Unless I don't get my longboats up. So I immediately signaled to my team, hey guys, I've been spotted and I kinda need scout protection. Can anybody help me out? And sure enough, Rockstar shows up immediately. I mean, I give Rockstar a lot of stuff, but I know he's there to watch my back, and he's actually a pretty good ally to have on your team. So Rockstar, if you're watching this, I appreciate you, man. Let's see, who is actually the first to Castle Age? I forget. I think we managed to pull off 62, 63. Maybe it's blue. Maybe it's blue. Regardless, we are constructing the 2 docks, and we should be able to start pumping out longboats just as we hit castle. That's kind of the key. As soon as you hit castle, you want to be able to start constructing longboats, and you actually want to hit them as fast as possible. So we reach just a sliver of a second before Leafy, who is not the brother of Fifi, just to be clear. And now we start longboat production. Except there's one big problem. Nobody else is here. Why is there nobody here? I signal several times. I say, hey guys, like, let's go. If I would have known it, yeah, I'm coming. Just wall him, Like, ugh, dude, like, what's going on? Why are we not hitting blue at this time? I already have 7 longboats. I can tear this wall to shreds within a matter of seconds, yet nobody is here from my team. So definitely a miscommunication. Oh, I'm coming, I'm finally coming, I'm up to Castle Age, blah, 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 blah. I'm sending, and Red's also sending cav archers. We're constructing houses because of course we're housed, of course. But if I would have known that it would have taken this long, I probably wouldn't have constructed 10 longboats. I probably would have constructed 5 longboats and built an additional TC behind. But you know what? It's all good. It's all fine. Age of Empires is about enjoying. Now, I did mention that I'd made some alterations to the longboat strategy, but right now it looks pretty much the same. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. We will get there. Just like we just got through that gate super quick. That took no time whatsoever. Rockstar's here with fully upgraded knights. Red's here, Sargon 99 with cav archers, and we're going to be absolutely diminishing Blue's Vil count. Poor Blue. And these Vils, they can't be walled out. They're going to get sniped and torn to shreds. Only 1 cav archer from Red. Green's even sending over the 2 knights that he does possess, but there's too much over here. CR717, even though he messed up his build order, is showing up with some knights to give support, destroying cav archers. Oh man, it's looking rough for Blue at this time. He was at 46, now he's only at 40. He was going for a little bit of an overboom, and thank you for leaving the gate open. We really do appreciate. The longboats are coming around. They're harassing Green here in the back. I love longboats. They range so much. Look at this. This is actually outranged by a longboat with Balkan arrow. If you do go for this strategy, you probably want to pick up fletching as you go to Castle Age, and then you want to pick up Balkan arrow whenever you can. Oh, look at this. So many cav archers dying over here. Really unfortunate for Shogun 99 to have this happen to him, but there is a reason for it, and that's because conquistadors are harassing Red at home, which is kind of frustrating to lose all of your army on the front and have conquistadors raiding your eco like there's no tomorrow. So now all of his cav archers do have to remain home, and they have to try and hold against these conks. Spanish conquistadors in Castle are super effective. So I as a very good teammate that I am, decide to build some docks at home. Build some defensive longboats. So I do love having these offensive longboats, even though they're getting shot by this castle. Don't look at that. None of them died, except that one. But building defensive longboats is also very good. The reason I say that is because most of the time this map is very wally and very boomy. So oftentimes you'll see people wall over here and wall in this area over here, and then they'll construct a whole bunch of trade in the back. So if you want to construct trade in the back, if that's your kind of style of play, if you want to have a longer kind of game, you can actually use your longboats to defend in that regard. Meanwhile, these conquistadors are still raiding in the back here. There's not much to find. Actually, yellow is the next on the menu over here. Poor CR717 is going to get raided. And this, I just love that. Okay, so he's garrisoning. He's going to be able to shoot some of these, but we can pull these back, and then we can actually continuously shoot Blues TC. And now we make a decision, or we had a plan about this, to put pressure in Castle Age, even against TCs that could potentially outrange us, or castles, or something in that nature. And what you do is you construct a siege workshop. Siege workshops are great. And look at this. Getting so much value off of these longboats. Although, that being said, get the camo. Get the knight. There are quite a bit of knight numbers. And you can actually outspeed these. So I should be microing this a little bit better. Shoot and move. Shoot and move. Shoot and move. Shoot and move. Not the best micro poop. But our main army is here as well. And the wonderful thing about longbows is you'll actually be able to hit 200 pop relatively easily as the game goes on, because longboats simply don't die. And if you really wanted to, you could even repair some of these weak longboats with your villagers. I wasn't too concerned about it, but what I was concerned about was getting out a ram. Meanwhile, there are some plumed archers perfectly intercepted by Shargan, and I think the conks just got cleaned up as well by CR717, so our back is now secure. If you want to boom safely with the longboat strategy, you can actually build TCs, say, over near the water, like I did. I knew this wasn't going to be able to get raided very easily because I have longboats that I could literally park over here to protect. So that's another cool thing that you can do with the longboats. And check this out. Running perfectly into Shargan 9's cav archers as we are destroying a TC with the slowest choo-choo ever. Man, I love longboats. I'm just gonna say it. I think it's so fun. I hate water maps. I hate when everybody goes water. But if just I'm going water, I'm quite okay with it. I also believe that we picked up ballistics somewhere along the way. I say that because I saw the university. I'm very bad at keeping track of when ballistics comes in, but you guys know. I don't think these cav archers. Whoa. Could actually be shot over here, and I'm telling them that I'm going to be moving these rams over, and we're just going to go around and harass as much as we possibly can, even hitting pop cap. And we're slowly starting to think about, it'd be kind of cool if we went Imperial Age at some point. Now, they were signaling me to come over here and help them get through the wall, but honestly, I'm not even going to get there by the time they're through. They're going to be through so quick, and with the cav archers behind, this is going to be a very good engage for them. Gray didn't even react. That's how fast these knights broke through, and they're going to definitely reduce the overall numbers here. It does have a defensive castle, but that defensive castle, I think, is kind of in the wrong position. You want that to protect your main gold. But that being said, it's really awkward to place castles, especially in your main base, because you have so little space to work with, so you can't really fault him. Maybe could have had the foresight over here to not build the market. Meanwhile, over here we are ramming this down, and we've just denied a castle with longboats. Rockstar's here, and Green just says, "You know what? I'm out. You got me. GG. I'm done." But that's not his whole team. That's just Green. Green actually was not doing too terrible. Frank had 46 population still left. They could have definitely still done something. The score differential is only about 600, but I guess he didn't really want to deal with all of these rams. And there's no point in taking this castle down at this point because that castle is never going to get complete. But I guess these longboats have something else to say about it. Longboats go brrr, brrr. We take out castle, brrr, brrr. Longboats taking out castles. Now teal is imperial, which is actually not great, especially since we're constructing a castle over here. And we're thinking kind of the same thing. We want to start pushing with trebs, but we also want to start adding, and this is where the strategy. So the rams is a new part, a new addition that we have made. And we are also going to be adding cannon galleons because cannon galleons also go brrr. And if you have longboats to protect them, it's perfect. It works out tremendously well. So right now, 7 plus 2 and 6 plus 2 range. So we're feeling pretty dang good. We're also going to get the elite at some point if we do manage to finally get it to castle age. A little bit of a spoiler, but this castle isn't quite going to go down. Or is it? Rockstar, help me out. No, that's a little bit unfortunate. Or is it? Or not? Oh, not all of these knights can. Come on, get this castle down. It might actually go down. Oh, sneaking around that cavalier. That was smart, and shooting it. And I think this castle actually will remain up, but only barely. I'm actually curious if Teal's going to repair it. And now, cav archers sneaking into the back, but we had some longboats there, and longboats absolutely destroy cav archers, although this is kind of annoying in the back of yellow's base. Oh, I love this. I love this so much. And run, and run, and run, and he's running away. Just keep firing. Just keep firing with ballistics, getting some extra HP damage over there. We're totally happy to take that. Meanwhile, we're almost in imp ourselves. Wow, what a game. Just keeping track of these cav archers in the back over here. We did construct that castle, and it's really hard for Gray to push this, even with trebs, because we have so many longboats over here. And I think he'd probably have to park his treb like right here or right here, at which point the knights could kind of run in uncontested, and he would get shot to a certain degree. Oh yeah, look at this. That's insane. We're still getting kills with longboats, even though he has a mass of 18 and we have a mass of 5. Oh, longboats are so nuts. Longboats are absolutely crazy. Protecting at home while doing offensive things. Oh, did not micro these longboats very well. This was a mistake. I think we were kind of focusing over in this area, and that's fine. You know, we have another 30 longboats over here. Those two really didn't break the bank. We actually constructed a second castle. The reason we wanted to construct a second castle here is so that we could get additional trebs out. But now the score is looking quite big. Green has been out for quite some time, and they really needed to kill us a lot earlier. These plumed archers are kind of running away. More longboat action, just sniping some kills, sniping some HP, and these are going to be hunted down eventually by these cav archers. 9 to 8, yeah, that should be in favor of the cav archers. Let's take a low look at this low engage over here and big engage over here. And I was very happy to take this. Teal was probably feeling pretty good because Teal had just cleaned up a whole bunch of longboats, but these are way more. There's 30 over here, well, 27, but still. And now we can push freely. Also, our castles get great attack upgrades as well. Our longboats are now 8 plus 3 and 7 plus 3, so the range is also increasing. I was really hoping that I could kind of range this gold, but we just can't range that gold. And slowly but surely, we're just going to push in the victory. But not before we get chemistry. Because once we get chemistry, oh my god, they just melt. It just melts. It absolutely melts. Once we get chemistry, these guys, A, get Wait, do they not benefit from chemistry? I thought longboats benefited from chemistry. I might be mistaken in that regard. Maybe somebody can tell me in the comments, because I'm pretty stupid. But, you know, another reason that we got chemistry is so that we could get bombard cannons. And, oh, man, it doesn't matter how many cav archers you have. You have 25 cav archers. We have 7 ships. 7 ships can actually win against 25 cav archers. It's pretty insane. Slow push over here. Is there any raiding going on anywhere else? Doesn't look like it at the moment. Just trying to keep track of everything. Oh, that monk! That monk was totally protected by all of the longboats. That's awesome. And they just simply can't engage, because if they come even a little bit closer here, oh, big shots from the longboats. Oh, so gross. So absolutely gross. We're still even adding additional villagers behind. Why wouldn't we? And I guess this could kind of get ranged by the plumed archers, but for the plumed archers to get close enough to these trebs, they would actually have to not have cav around, which I guess is kind of happening now. Now they can kind of range this, and they're probably going to take down these trebs. Don't want those trebs to go down. Even some of these plumes have to get within range and get absolutely murked as well. A lot of fun, man. Longboats are a lot of fun, and we're eventually going to take down this castle. And where are the cannon galleons? We want to know, where are the cannon galleons? Oh god, these plumes, man. Cannon galleons are incoming. Paladins are here now. Clearly paladins could take this down, right? But look at the amount of HP they're losing. Look how many of these are getting just shot to absolute macaroni. And that castle did go down like a wet noodle. These cavalier are dropping. Oh man. Longboats go brr. Longboats go brr. I actually intercepted some of these, which was kind of annoying. Even when skirmisher to counter longboat, I don't think that works. I don't think skirmishers counter longboats, especially at the rate which they are dropping. Also, at this point, we really didn't care if some of these villagers lost. We kind of just want to take out Blue's eco. We know that Blue is quite far behind. Actually, if we look, we can see that Blue only has 77 pop and Lucy only has 70 because we're pushing in over here. And big engage. I was sad. I was a little bit sad that my longboats couldn't engage. The first cannon galleon has finally arrived, so now we just need to find a castle for it to blow up. So you can see that even if this game does go relatively long, your navy will still be useful for quite a good period of time. We could actually even take this castle down from this side eventually. Yeah, and that's what my team is actually signaling to me over here. But we do realize that this castle is over here, so we're going to bring that cannon galleon over, and we're going to start shooting it. Yellow's even trebbing it from over here. Yeah, outranging the castle. Awesome. Oh, just cool stuff, man. I really do enjoy. And look at this. Absolutely cleared up. Under the castle fire. Who cares? Even if they throw off this army. And they have trade going on in the back. Trade's getting killed. A lot of people go trade on this map. I don't really understand it. Especially if there's longboats in your water. That's not super safe to do. And we decide to just run past as this goes down. And now we're killing trade with longboats. We are actually killing trade carts with it's just stupid, man. It's just stupid. And I believe at this point, our opponents decide enough is enough of the longboats. GGs are in order. And there comes the first resign and the second resign, and so on, and so on, and so on. I do gotta give the teal, gray, blue, and green team some props because green resigned really early and they still played on and they gave us a very, very good fight. But 4 against 3, especially if none of our ecos are really touched, and there were a bunch of reasons that it wasn't touched. We had Shargun99 who really well protected. We had CR717 who actually sniped some conks. And we also had some longboats that were just kind of like patrolling this area, making sure that this back eco wasn't going to be hit easily. And like I said, we did cap out at 200 pop, and we have tons of resources still in the bank that we could simply send to other people. Longboats don't die. Longboats go blue. And that's it. End of story. And I want to show you something here. Look at the military stats. And look how disgusting this is. 125 kills with only 39 losses. Insane. Absolutely bonkers. I don't understand why this isn't the meta. I would love for this to develop into the meta, and then Portuguese be picked on this just to go caravels to counter the Vikings longboats, the opponent's Vikings longboats. That would be fantastic. I would be all about that new meta. So fun. I think the biggest problem with the Viking longboats is if the game does go on really, really, really long, eventually what will happen is all the resources will kind of run out around the moats, which will then make your longboats basically useless. Like if all of this wood got chopped, all of this gold got chopped, I mean, yeah, you would still kind of have some safe farming eco in the back, but eventually they become less and less relevant as dominance for the center resources becomes more important. Anyway, guys, with that all being said, I just want to say to you all, thanks for walking, have a great day, and I hope you try this one out. This one's not very toxic, and it's very fun. Keep walking. Keep playing Age of Empires. Keep enjoying yourselves. Poop Lord out.